Hi, in this video, I will be showing you problem number 32 of chapter 10 section 3. Sketch the graph with a given polar equation by first sketching the graph of r as a function of theta in Cartesian coordinates. This is r equal to 4 plus 5 cosine theta. Then we are first going to show the Cartesian graph. So in order to do the Cartesian graph, what is usually the x-axis would be theta axis. What is usually the y-axis would be the r-axis. So first we are going to show r equal to 5 cosine theta, and then if you vertically shift up by 4 units, what we would get is r equal to 4 plus 5 cosine theta. R equal to 5 plus cosine theta is shown here. So when theta equal to 0, it is equal to 5. When theta equal to pi by 2, it is 0. When theta equal to pi, it is equal to negative 5. When theta equal to 3 pi by 2, it is 0. When theta equal to 2 pi, it is back to 5. So that is r equal to 5 cosine theta. Now we will shift the graph vertically up 4 units. So the point 0, 5 at theta equal to 0 becomes 0, 9. Then at pi by 2, it shifts up. What was 0 now moves to vertically shifts up to 4 units. So there's one point over here which is pi by 2, 4. Then at pi, previously it was negative 5. Now it will be shifted up by 4 units. So it will become negative 1. So at pi it is negative 1. At 3 pi by 2 it was 0. Now at 3 pi by 2 it is equal to 4. 3 pi by 2 it is 4. And at 2 pi it will be back to 9. So the graph is increasing, and then up to pi it is decreasing, and then after pi it is actually increasing. So it starts off at 0, 9. Now we have the first two graphs are the Cartesian graphs. 1 and 2 are the Cartesian graphs. Now we are going to consider the Cartesian graph and convert them to polar graph. So polar graph is for 4 plus 5 cosine theta. In polar graph, you start up with theta equal to 0. At theta equal to 0, the value of r is 9. So along the polar axis theta equal to 0, you mark a distance of 9. So 9, 0 is a point on the graph, polar graph. Then the graph steadily decreases. When it reaches pi by 2, it becomes 4. So in the first quadrant, between 0 and pi by 2, the graph steadily decreases from 9 and goes to 4. So this is 4, pi by 2. Then after pi by 2, the graph is decreasing, and then when it reaches pi, it becomes negative 1. So the graph is steadily decreasing. At pi, it reaches negative 1. Then the graph is increasing, and then as it goes from pi to 3 pi by 2, it first increases and then increases to 4. So slowly it is now increasing and then increasing to 4. At 3 pi by 2 it becomes 4, and then between 3 pi by 2 and 2 pi, then when it reaches steadily increases, and then when it reaches 2 pi it becomes 9. So it comes back to the original position when theta equal to 2 pi. So it's again 9, 2 pi. So this is how you graph the polar graph of 4 plus 5 cosine theta. So what is important in the problem is, it's better you have a Cartesian graph to see whether the graph is decreasing or increasing nature, and then you convert the Cartesian to polar graph. Hope this video helps.